Understand?
Right. At least 18 of those do. I think we can you hear me on your device? Yeah, I think we live. It showed up on YouTube, so we should get to all right, let's clap it up.
Busting.
Right, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bakatah to Akim. Yahweh Shema Allah Tam Bahashem Yahweh Shah to Akwatim. We had ISUPK, the Israelite Schools of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native man is the true Israelite or true Jew according to this Bible. Understand me? And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand me? And this is the Eastern Shores Wednesday night law class. You understand me? And what we're gonna get into today is we're gonna touch on Father's Day. We got Father's Day coming up soon, coming up this weekend, I believe. We're gonna see if it's biblically, like should the Israelites, should the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man be celebrating this holiday that the oppressor has put in our face? You understand me? Like we celebrate all of these holidays, and all they end up doing is leading to our demise, leading to our destruction. It adds beef and confliction amongst us. You understand me? Like really, when it comes to Father's Day, all the mothers instead of they take credit for this holiday. You understand me? The mothers are gonna be the ones stepping, saying this is my day, this is my day. Understand me? They're gonna use this day to down all fathers. They're gonna use this day to remind their son why his dad ain't nothing. You know what I mean? They're gonna use this day to glorify themselves, put themselves on the pedestal that the Most High never wanted anyone to be on. You understand me? We're gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna get to a scripture. We're gonna start at Exodus 20 and 12. You understand me? Because we celebrate all these holidays. Like it seems like every month, every week, we got a new evil holiday that the oppressor gets us to try to celebrate. You understand me? We have our own high holy days that we should be celebrating you understand me, like taking heed to. You understand me? You got that for me, Adam?
Come.
All right, let's get it. It's Exodus 20 and 12.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
All right. Now it does say in the Bible, honor thy father and thy mother. It didn't say honor thy father and thy mother on the the third week of June. Right? It doesn't say honor him one day out of the year. It says honor thy father and thy mother. And really, if you think about it, he put father first. You understand me? Even though they would have you believe mother is first, he said father first. He said honor thy father and thy mother. How do you honor your father and your mother? You honor your father and your mother by respecting them, by listening to, you take heed, you hearken diligently into the things they tell you to do, things that would help you in life. You understand me? That's them laws, them statutes, and the commandments. You understand me? Things that read. Let's get this scripture. We'll get it from the scriptures. Read.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
All right. Now, when he's saying honor thy mother and thy father, you understand me? That's listening to them. You understand me? That's them having this wisdom of these laws, these statutes, and commandments to tell you things that you do, that you should do, that you shouldn't do, and your days will be long in the land. You understand me? Like when your father's telling you, don't do drugs. You understand me? Your days will be long in the land. You understand me? When your father tell you don't sell drugs, your days gonna be long in the land because you're not getting locked up. You understand me? Because you're not dying over an overdose. You understand me? Because you're not doing what the oppressor tells you is right. You understand me? You're not hearkening onto the oppressor, because that's what we get messed up at in this captivity that we're in. We're stuck doing the things that the oppressor wants us to do. You understand me? Or demands us to do. Every time he says it's a holiday, guess what? We're gonna bring the grill out, right? We're gonna get a little card for our father, and half the time we take these days is like bittersweet for a lot of kids. You understand me? For a lot of not even kids, adults too. A lot of adults still haven't let go of the fact that their father wasn't around. You understand me? And they blame it on the father. You understand me? They don't know your mother might have been a dragon. You understand me? Your mother might have been half the reason. You understand me? That father's not around. The government is a lot of reasons your father's not around. You understand me? The government put your father out that household because your mother felt as though it would be easier on Section 8 without him. You understand me? The government told that mother that she should put that man on child support, right? And a lot of days, like, we're tricked into, our women are tricked into believing it's an easy come up to have a baby with a man just so you can leave that man and get child support. You understand me? And get Section 8, right? Like, you know how long those Section 8 lines be? Like, Slocky, like for housing, they have like people who will wait for years. You understand me, to get in that Section 8 housing, right? And that's because the government set that up. The government wants to be their father. You understand me? The government wants to give that girl welfare, wants to give her those food stamps, right? And then what's that lead? That leads a nation of men, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native men, who are not led by men. You understand me? We have women trying to raise men. You understand me? And a woman can't raise a man. You understand me? If you're let me see, that's like a bear trying to teach a frog. You understand me, to be a frog, right? Like, that doesn't work. That's like a damn tiger trying to show a bird how to be a bird. You can't do it unless you are that thing. A man has to show that boy how to become a man. You understand me? And if you get in these classes, you understand me, you will learn how to become a man. You understand me? But the government, Stocky, I don't even want to harken on the government, but society. You understand me? Society has made it so as though that as us as a nation, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native men, you understand me, are out of our kids' lives. You understand me? And they give them these holidays that the oppressor is he's put on high on these holidays. You understand me? The oppressor's daughter is gonna, she loves her father. She's gonna do everything for that man. You understand me? But the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man is thrown under the bus on these holidays, ain't they? It's they're thrown way under the bus when it comes to these holidays. You understand me? After that, let's get to let me go Deuteronomy 6 and 7. We ain't gonna do Deuteronomy 6 and 7 after that. But the Most High said, honor your father and your mother, but he never said do it on the second, third week of June. You understand me? He never said do it when the oppressor told you to do it. He wants you to honor your mother and your father, but you have to do it consistently. You understand me? Do it repetitively. You understand me? Like, always honor your mother and your father. It don't matter your father a crackhead. You understand me? It don't matter your father didn't put you in the right school you needed to go through, or honor your mother and your father. Honor your father regardless. You understand me? A lot of us are stuck in a cycle of blaming. You understand me? Like, you want to blame or make it so like I can't grow, I can't rise because I want to keep thinking of what I didn't have instead of just getting over it, bro. Like, you understand me? Just getting over it. You got something out of one?
God, just to hit on that point, like, the Bible says honor your mother, your father, and your mother. Like, we think that honoring our father and mother is getting them a card and balloons and giving them a phone call. When the oppressor honors their fathers. You understand? I'm sure you're gonna get into the history of this garbage. But what the Bible was talking about with that is like even think about it like this. Like a lot of us have been raised by parents that aren't in the truth.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So there's going to come a time where you actually shouldn't do what that parent is telling you to do.
Okay.
You understand? Honoring your mother and father, the real nuts and bolts of it, the real root of it, is serving the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
There is like you come to serve the Lord, you will bring honor to your mother and your father, despite their failures. You understand? Despite their misdirection, despite their shortcomings, despite their absence. You serving the Lord is the most honorable thing that you can do for your father and your mother. You understand? Whether they're in the truth or not, that's the honorable thing to do.
That's right.
Become that man. Become a righteous man of the Lord. That'll bring honor to your mother and your father. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's not just about being obedient and doing everything they tell you to do. Because hell, some moms are going to go tell that daughter to go start that OnlyFans and split it 50-50 because she's under her roof.
That's right.
That ain't honorable at all. You understand? But serve the Lord, man. That'll bring honor to your father and your mother. Serve the Lord 365, not that garbage that we've been deceived into thinking is, honorable, which is just, doing something, halfway, decent on one day out of the year. That's not honorable at all, man.
Right.
There's a whole story that I'm sure, think you're getting into
absolutely
later.
Right. And the thing about it is, Father's Day and Mother's Day also, it's a cop out for children for disobedient children to try to make it up. Like you've been a deviant all year, but let me get them this card on this day. You understand? I mean, let me get them some balloons. You don't honor your mother and your father, because if you did, you wouldn't have an OnlyFans. You understand me? If you honor your mother and your father, you wouldn't be out here getting locked up. You wouldn't be stressing your mom out, stressing your father out, gotta worry about you while you in jail. You understand me? Because if you honor your mother and your father, you listen to the directions. You understand me? You listen to their rules. You understand me? You listen to their guidance instead of doing your own thing. You understand me? But then you want to turn around and give them a little gift, give them a little card, give them balloons and some flowers, and feel as though you're the best kid in the world, right? Throw a little barbecue, you understand me? We love to barbecue. We love to party. We love to do everything to try to make up for not following these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? Because I don't want.
I'm just gonna say, man, and what a damn joke it is as a parent for that to be the barometer of whether or not your child is, honorable. Because if they get you a card,
best kid in the world.
If they take you to damn Texas Roadhouse or Olive Garden, you understand? Like they do a Facebook post about how great a parent you were. That's the only way they can honor you.
Right.
Despite their conduct, despite their behavior, despite their morals and their values and their integrity and their character, all of that is irrelevant. Just get me a card on Father's Day or Mother's Day, and truly you are the son of all sons, the daughter of all daughters. That's kind of pathetic in terms of being a parent. If that's the top tier of your expectations of your child is not to forget you on Father's Day. Yeah, we got to step it up, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's absolutely right. Like making a collage of pictures, you understand me, does not make up for the fact that Becky's been a whore all year. You understand me? And you're dishonoring your mother and your father. You understand me? Taking your father to Texas Roadhouse, right, is not letting go of the fact that Tyrone been selling drugs all year, and now you locked up. You're not listening to the things that you should listen to as a father. You understand me? That father, you need that father in that household, and that father gives you those rules. You understand me? But let's get to that. We're gonna get back to the scriptures. You understand me? Deuteronomy 6 and 7.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
All right, now this is touching a little bit on the Exodus. You understand when I was when it mentioned honoring your mother and your father, like it is absolutely detrimental that mother and father be in the truth. You understand me? When that father is in the truth, he's gonna teach you these things. You understand me? And what things he's talking about? These laws, these statutes, these commandments. You understand me? That conduct, that thing that'll absolutely save your life in its captivity. You understand me? When the nation wants to let you pick your own gender, right? When the nation, when Joe Biden wants to hand out crack pipes, you understand me? When everything that the Most High tells you to do as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native person, the America is against that. You understand me? They're gonna say the Most High is telling you to go this way, and the world's telling you to go that way. You understand me? And the way that the world's telling us to go is absolutely led us in destruction. You understand me? That's why it's detrimental for that father and that mother to be in the truth. You had something, other one?
Nah.
That's why it's detrimental for that mother, that father to be in the truth, to guide that son, you understand me, in the right way. You understand me? And we can keep going.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
I mean, it's like you always giving out these laws, these statutes, the commandments, the guidance, proper guidance. You know what I mean? Sitting in the house, you might let them know about this law, that law. You understand me? You're constantly beating it into their head. You understand me? You're constantly repetition, like so they learn the way. Tell that boy don't do drugs. Tell him don't smoke. Tell him don't be marrying other nations. You understand me? Tell him don't be a homosexual. You understand me? Tell him all the things that outside that house, someone's gonna be telling them different. You understand me? Outside that household, they're gonna tell if we don't have a righteous father and mother in that house, mainly fathers, but be on the fathers. This is about the fathers today. You understand me? If you don't have a father in that household, like that son is gonna go on the street and he's gonna be every which way. You understand me? That's when they join gangs. You understand me? That's when they get into alternative lifestyles. That's when they do everything opposite of what the Most High wants them to do. And when a woman tries to do it, like it is nothing like that man in that house. Just that tone alone. You understand me? Just that a kid is gonna disrespect moms. Lockie sis. You know what I mean? But a kid is gonna be disobedient, or deviant to a mom because he doesn't have that authority. Like she can't come through just with the size and that voice. You understand me? And she can tell him sit down 15 times, hang on Lord. Dad come through one time, sit down. He gonna sit down. I don't want.
Yeah, what you describe it is like fear. You understand? Like that child go out, that child being raised by their single mother. Again, they're gonna turn to the streets. Why? Because they're afraid of the hell of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
In the streets, people getting beat up, bullied, picked on, robbed. You understand? Like there's all kinds of heinousness going on in the streets. So they're gonna look to them brothers that's doing that heinousness. You understand? For self-preservation. If I can get in with them, then I don't have I don't got to be the subject of that. You get what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times they don't even respect the police. Because they get in with those rough brothers on the street that's doing all kinds of wickedness. And the police ain't around all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like the police can't save you from getting a big tweet off of our brother. Police show up after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no fear of that. And like you said, they not afraid of mom. Right. You know what I'm saying? That brother get 12, 13 years old. He could take mom for real if he had to, if it came down to it, in his mind anyway. He don't fear her. That brother, that man. Our sisters do a terrible disservice to their children by putting that man out of the house for the dumbest, most childish of reasons, because he has another woman. Sheesh. That's simple. You understand? When every other man you get with is going to do the same thing, you might as well stay with Junior. Junior's father gave Junior a damn chance. But yeah, that we lack that authority figure within that household, man. And what this scripture is talking about is, that individual being in the house. That authority being in the house. You got that?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, and that's the thing that and other nations don't go through that. We need to wake up and see that other nations keep that household together. You understand me? The Chinese man, they keep their nation together, their family, their household together. The oppressor, their families together. You understand me? The Arab man, their families together. But we're the only people that seem as though the women seem as though they don't need that man. And when that man ain't in the household, guess what? He's going in the streets to find that father figure. You understand me? He's going out there and he's going to not be following these laws, these statutes, and commandments. It's going to lead to destruction. You understand me? And after that, hold on, Salaki, I'm gonna put attendance in the chat. Salaki, I'm gonna put the attendance in the chat real quick. It's benefit, his Hebrew name, you understand me? Get to the joint. We can finish that up, but I want to go to another one. I really want to hit on that Juneteenth too. You understand? We got Juneteenth. We have Juneteenth coming up. Let me look that up real quick. We have Juneteenth coming up, and that's just even something even crazier too. You understand me? Salakia. All right, let's go with it.
And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. You understand? And again, like Officer Mazerat was bringing out, this is talking about persistence and consistency. You know what I mean? And damn, just ever present, And this is talking about, this is more than just talking. You understand? Like, these are things that, when you're raising a young child, that child, that child that asks 1,000 questions. Why? What is that? Why do we do this? Why are you doing that? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? What is this? Why do we do this? Why can't we eat that? We supposed to be ever, setting an example and explaining this lifestyle. It's supposed to be a culture. You understand? Like, that's what we've gotten away from. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments are a culture, man. It's a lifestyle. It's a go to sleep doing it, wake up doing it, all day doing it, every day doing it. It ain't something like the damn Christian church just does on Sundays.
Right. That's right.
For a couple hours. And then consider yourself straight, good to go with God for the next week. Got your dose.
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
That's far from what this is. This is all day, every day. This is how we live. This is our being. This is our essence. This is our whole, what the Bible says, our whole duty, man. The whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments, man. That's it. What the hell else are you doing?
It's that structure. It's that discipline. It's that blueprint, that guidance, that guideline. You understand me? That we need. You understand me? In this captivity, because if you think about the so-called black man, a Native man, we're the only person who don't have a proper culture. You understand me? Because the oppressor's culture ain't for us. You understand me? Everyone else has their own culture. Everyone else has their own customs. Everyone has their own beliefs. We go off the oppressor's beliefs, which is not what the Most High, our God, you understand me, according to this Bible, wants us to do. You understand me? Because everyone, your Christian pastor tell you God loves everybody. He wants everybody to hold hands. But this Bible clearly says, the Most High has a certain people. The Most High loves a certain nation, you understand me, and not everyone, you understand me? He doesn't care what they do. He cares what you do. And that's why he set forth these rules, these regulations, and these guidelines to help you, you understand me, be great in the sight of other nations, you understand me?
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3. We're gonna read down a little bit of that if we could. All right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe.
Yeah. Do you want me to chime in on that? Want me to break that down?
If you want to.
Like this is law, statutes, commandments. You understand me? Like hearkening unto these laws, statutes, commandments, and following them, you will be safe. You understand me? Like you don't have to not know to stick your finger in that electrical socket, because these laws, statutes, commandments tell you that's a dumb idea. You understand me? Just the paraphrase. You understand me? Like he gives you he lay it all out flat. You understand me? Don't do this, do that. Don't do this, do this. You understand me? And that is total opposite of what the oppressor tells you to do. What the oppressor is, as Officer Aisha Oliver says, is like the worst babysitter. You understand me? Our oppressor is a bad babysitter. They let you eat candy all night. What you should me, let you do everything that what they say, your heart desire, like follow your do what you want to do. You understand me? But these laws, these statutes, these commandments or rules or guidelines will, if you follow them, will get you through that fire safely. You understand me? Instead of walking into a brick wall the oppressor is going to send you into. You understand? Uh-huh.
Verse 2. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children.
Now he given the father honor over the children. That father is ruling over those children. Uh-huh.
And hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins. Verse 4. And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure.
What's that? One that honors layeth up treasure. What's it mean to layeth up treasure? Like you're setting yourself up for you're setting yourself up to be great. You understand me? You set yourself up to success. You know what I mean? Like you're on your way because you're laying up treasure. You just, you know what I mean? You're collecting it. So lock it. Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children.
Mm-hmm.
And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard.
That's the most I said. What he said? A sinner, he doesn't hear the prayers of a sinner. The prayers of a sinner are not heard. You understand me? The righteous man, he hears his sin. You understand? I mean, hears his prayers. When you're a sinner, the Most High is not hearing your prayers. He laughs at your prayers. You understand me? He doesn't want to hear it. But the righteous man, he's going to hear those prayers.
Come. Verse 6. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life.
Mm-hmm.
And he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother.
Mm-hmm. When you're obedient to the Lord, you're going to be a comfort to your mother. Why are you going to be a comfort to your mother? Because she ain't got to worry about you being out getting murdered in the streets. You understand me? She ain't got to worry about you being locked up. She ain't got to worry about you running around doing everything that you should not be doing. You understand me? Because you're doing what you need to do. You understand me?
Verse 7. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters.
Mm-hmm. That's your fathers should be your masters. You understand me? Your parents should be your masters. That means you obey them. That means when you got righteous rulership as parents, you're going to follow those laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? That was given down to them from the Most High. I don't know.
This is talking about too, like, I mean, like, as you get older, right? Your parents are getting older too. You might not understand that if you're a young strapping buck and you full of energy and you in your prime.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, I'm getting to that point where I feel what age does to this here body. You understand? That body starts to get a little tired, man. You understand? Some things you used to be able to do that you don't do it so easily no more. Not that you can't do it, but does it take a little bit more to get it done? You understand? And this is talking about, man, listen, you want to honor your father, man, like do some services for him. You understand? Cut the damn grass.
Right.
You 14, 15, 16 years old, man, you start running that lawnmower, man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Start cutting that grass for them, man. Help them taking out the trash and these little things, man.
Mm-hmm.
You do some service to your father. You understand? Like that's honorable to the Lord. Just sit around like a damn couch potato, video game addicted crybaby, cussing at your parents, angry and just spoiled to death. You know what I mean? Do some work. You understand? That's honorable for you. That's honorable.
Honorable, and nowadays we're in a society where our children don't want to honor their parents. The society has made our children feel as though it's all about them. They don't have to listen to anyone else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about what they want to do, how they feel, and that's leading them to destruction.
Verse 8. Honor thy father and mother, both in word and in deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them.
You got that?
God, this is talking about I mean, like again, like don't say kind things about your parents. You know what I mean? Like speak kindly, like not just speak kindly, like Mother's Day and Father's Day, you're gonna tell the world how awesome your mother and father are, right? Like that shouldn't just be a one-day occurrence, man. Just because the goddamn oppressor wants to celebrate their mothers and fathers on that day, you got to fall in line and show massa how in line you are with them. So you're gonna tell your mother and father, which makes it so damn fake to me. You know what I mean? So fake and forced. You should always have kind things to say about your parents. I mean, it's an honorable thing to speak kindly about your parents. A few verses down, we'll get to it. That it breaks that down a little bit more. But also, indeed, don't just say how much you love your mom and dad and how awesome they are, and then you turn around and disrespect them with your conduct out in the streets. Go out here and be
a deed will be in works, right, sir? And your works and your actions.
Absolutely, them deeds are them actions, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you go out here and talk about how much your parents mean to you, and then go to school and get more suspensions than a little bit. You understand? Ain't doing no homework, ain't passing no tests, ain't even trying. You know what I'm saying? Got a completely different agenda. You know what I mean? Out here in these streets showing your tail. You think you honoring your parents? You know what I mean? You tell them how much you love them. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Mom. And then you go on Instagram and TikTok and you twerking in your damn drawers. You understand? Listen, don't just say that you love them and you honor them. That do it. Do honorable things about it. You understand? That's what that's talking about. And then you know what I'm saying? Like those good kids. I know in the ISUPK, I see it all the time, man. Especially this time of year, the children are getting all types of academic accolades, man. All of the academic excellence, the scholarships, the going to this college and that college, the graduating top of the class, all of these amazing accomplishments, man. These parents get proud and they kick out for that. You understand? They'll pay for that college if there ain't a scholarship on the table. They'll do things. You know what I'm saying? Like to bless that child. I know from a father, perspective of a son, talk about inheritance, man. That child that's coming up under that father and he's looking real strong, looking like a chip off the old block, like he gets it. He's taking heed everything, like he's rocking and rolling and handling responsibilities just like I always hoped he would, just like I've always tried to train him. Yeah, man, you know what? When I'm gone, he's getting everything. I can leave everything that belongs to me to him, and he'll be an excellent steward over it because he's demonstrated that he can handle these things, that he'll be responsible. He'll be, and have integrity about it. You know what I'm saying? And not just some greedy, drunken junkie that's just going to smoke up the whole damn inheritance. You understand? This is what it means. Like, you get a blessing from your parents, man. When you're honorable, man, and not just with your mouth, but with your actions. You know what I mean? You got siblings that's gonna be fighting over the damn house that the parent leaves them, because the parent gonna leave it to the one that they think is most capable of, not blowing it. You understand? Shalaki, that's kind of what it's getting at there.
Absolutely correct, and that's why it's so important, like as the so-called Black American natives, that we keep that family structure together. You understand? We need that father in our household. You need that family to mesh together. You need that father is important, man. That father that you women act like y'all don't need. You want to leave him because he got another rib. You want to leave him because you feel like this. You feel like that. You feel like the government says it's cool. You need that man to raise that child. But Salaki, go ahead, Adawan.
I'm gonna read verse 9. It says, "For the blessings, Salakia, for the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations," man. And that sound heavy because like I was just describing, man, that father being in the house, to run it. You know what I mean? And to run it strong. Man, like that, he'll bang out children that'll be able to go raise up their own houses. But what we dealing with today is too many families that are dealing with the curse of the mother. You understand? That mother's curse, that mother's selfishness, her damn greed, her damn emotions, her, you know what I mean? And having the oppressor, you know what I mean, backing her up every step of the way to destroy your father. Oh, we got a terrible foundation. We got kids that are freaking screwed from Jump Street. You know what I mean? Right from the start. You know what I mean? That child born, she done already got rid of the man while she was pregnant. And now she get ready to try to run it alone. Good God Almighty. Listen, that's gonna be a rough go. That's gonna be a terrible foundation for that child to be raised not knowing what a father is. That's a terrible foundation, man. Verse 10, "Glory not in the dishonor of thy father."
Glory not in the dishonor of your father. Don't glory in talking down on your dad. You understand? We don't glory on acting like that man didn't bring you into this life because you feel as though he wronged you, or he should have spent more time with you, or he wasn't around as much as you thought he should be. Yeah, at the end of the day, he still brought you into this life. And at the end of the day, it's like, go ahead.
It's again, a lot of us been taught a bunch of damn lies about our father by our wicked ass mothers, man. Taught nothing but lies about our father, about how no good he was, and he just wasn't nothing. He just wasn't this, he wasn't that. Yeah, your mom was the problem most of the time. I'll be honest with you. Your mom the reason why he ain't in the house now, and she's a big part of the reason why he probably don't come around much. Who can tolerate her? You ready to get the hell out of there? Ain't you? Soon as you got somewhere else to go. You understand? But take no look. First off, like I said, half of it's lies. Your father, our black men love their kids, man.
That's a fact.
I don't know a black man that won't go put hands on someone on behalf of their kids. You know one? You know a black man that won't go put fist to face about their children.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. Right.
Come on,
that's
man.
A given. That is a given.
Black men love their children. So so a lot of those lies we've been taught about our fathers, man, don't buy into it. Secondly, even if your father does have some type of affliction, some type of demon that he's battling, you know what I'm saying? Some type of, you know what I mean, some type of vice or something like that. It don't make you a better damn person to talk about how your dad's, on drugs, about how your dad how your dad was a deadbeat. What the hell glory you get out of that? There ain't no glory in that. You know what I'm saying? What? Because you feel like that's an easy comparison to who you are and who you perceive your father as. You think that brings you more glory? Now, how many damn homosexuals bash their fathers? You understand? Like, shut up. Like, you know better than him.
You're totally right, and it's like it's a given fact, it's a proven fact. Like, it could be a kid, like, say a brother got kids with multiple ribs, right? One kid could see that father is the worst father in the world, right?
Right.
But that other kid from that other family gonna see him as the best father in the world, because guess what? It was probably your dragon mom who had him not around. You understand me? But a lot of times that one kid could be like, man, that's the worst dad ever. While the other kid is like, man, that's the best father that I could ever have. You understand me?
What he said, damn, I wish I had a dad like yours.
Right. Kind of a God. Yeah.
You know, they come up to the house, dad might be hard on them. You know what I mean? Like you think your dad being hard on you and your friends is like, damn, like I get it. That's a strong father, man. I wish I had a strong father. My father is damn scared to come around the house. All the men my mom got running in and out of there, and you know the way she talk about them to all of them and to me all the time. You know, she just can't get over it.
Right.
You know, like it don't bring you no glory to bash your father and his shortcomings. You know what I mean? Even if he was wrong.
Right.
Like we said way earlier, man, you want to honor your mother and father, man. You want to honor your parents. Serve the Lord. Be honorable. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, how do I explain it? It's like basketball. Like you got a kid that's playing sports. That kid go out there and they perform on that field. What's the parent doing on the field? Nothing. But how you think that parent feels about it? Huh? What? That goddamn Kevin Durant, his mom, after every damn game, he hugging and kissing on her after every game, man. He out there a monster on the court. You know what I mean? He bring honor to her just with playing basketball because he's good at basketball. The Lord's telling us to bring honor to our parents in that type of zealous performance and keeping his commandments and serving him. And that's what we learn in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. The Christian church going to teach you to hate your damn father, except for on Father's Day. They're going to teach you to despise him all year, to think he's a week old, no good, so-and-so, such and such. But on Father's Day, you're going to give him a pass. You're going to have forgiveness on Father's Day. And then the day after Father's Day, you're gonna be right back to talking smack about it.
You know what's crazy in this society we live in? Like the way the world has raised the so-called black Hispanic and Native people. Like you'll see boys and men had dear mama, mama. You know what I mean? Right. Look, Pop got the mom song, like you said, Kevin Durant. Whoever raises their father up. Whoever really raises it, it's always about the mother. It's always my mother had to do this, my mother had to do that. But what about that father? That father who instilled them values and laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? Who has you righteous and looking good in the Lord's eyes.
That's right. What matters.
That's what matters.
Right. Salaki. It says, "For thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee." Is what we just described. Verse 11. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father. And a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children, man.
You said, Salaki, you said glory of a man. Can you read that one again, Salaki?
Verse 11. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
That's as we broke down earlier. Like your father is being proud of you. You understand me? That's your glory. That's your righteousness. Like you got a father who's that's my son. The chip off the old block. He's just like me. Like he praises that. He praises you, and that's your glory. You understand me? That should be your glory. You understand me?
Verse 12. My son, help thy father in his age. And grieve him not as long as he liveth.
Grieve him not. What's that? Don't be getting locked up. Don't be a homosexual. Right? Don't do all the things that is gonna vex your father. You understand me? Don't dishonor your father. Don't, you understand me? Obey that man righteously.
Don't be a damn embarrassment to your father. Man. Be a damn embarrassment out here, man. And I tell you what, man, it's like. There's this thing, right? I'll say I'm talking from a personal perspective, but I can't be the only human on earth that feels this, right? To hear my father say, "I'm proud of you," it just hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if he's proud of me, to hell with the world's expectation. You know what I mean? With the world, like the world has to be proud of you. You know what I mean? Right. Not that I, strive for the, approval of the world, but I'm just trying to explain and it's something deep inside of us that's natural, where that father's approval is what we all seek and desire, which is why we all end up so damn torn up with all types of terrible, maladjusted behavioral disorders and mental health disorders, because it's like misplaced rage, you know what I mean, or dissatisfaction. They call them father issues.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like where you didn't get what you felt was the approval of your father, because again, your mother kept them away, because she's bitter and terrible, and we end up with all of these different terrible coping mechanisms, you know what I mean, to try to address that. You know what I mean? When you get that father's approval, man, that father that ain't been there, he show up at that graduation. Oh, you smiling, you proud, you glad as hell to have dad there. You understand? So that's just a point.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's kind of like internal, like you said, like every time someone goes through mishaps or life, or the females when they take the wrong path, or they chalk it up to daddy issues, even though that father might have never been around. They're gonna chalk it up to because the father wasn't around and acting the way they acted.
Right. Oh, and again, this says help thy father in his age. Again, we talked about that earlier. Like when that brother gets a little bit older, man, the things he used to do to take care of the family and stuff, like he needs help. You know what I'm saying? Like be a damn man and help him. Like damn, help. But we've been taught to be so selfish by the oppressor, man. Damn, throw him in the nursing home if you can afford it. You know what I mean? You let the nurse come to the house and do whatever. You know what I mean? You just as absent as you want to be, man. Go help that man, help that brother. That is 1,000% responsible for you being a damn Israelite, one of the Lord's favorite people on this planet. Man, you owe it to that man. For bringing you into this world, you know what I'm saying? For springing forth from his loins, you understand, and having some stake in this kingdom, man. You owe it to that, man. Cut the damn grass, take the trash out, go trim the hedges, bring them something to eat, help go grocery shopping, go do something. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to just name things that cost money, but you're able-bodied, you're younger than him. Ain't nobody older than their father. Maybe your damn stepdad, your nasty mom. You know what I mean? But yeah, help that man. And it says, don't just verse 12. It says, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just cause him heartache and pain every damn time he turn around. You asking him for money. Then 35 years old, you begging your dad for money every 3 days, asking them to borrow money that you never pay them back.
Right.
Look, I ain't making this up. This is our living. This is our existence in this book, man. And these are the things we have to correct. These are the instructions. Those that what it said, the way we was living was whack. The way we've been living is terrible, man. The Lord demands so much more out of his children. You understand? And we can do it if we know that we should do it, if we know that we have to do it. Christian church don't teach this. They teach us that what does the pastor do? He's a predator to old folks. You know what I'm saying? With his lies. Those old folks are forking over their entire checks. And what grass pastor cut? Huh? What the hell pastor doing around your grandparents' house?
Pastor needed jet fueled up.
Your pastor's flying around the country in a jet, getting more money from people on all four corners of the globe.
All
right, well, verse 13. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him. And despise him not when thou art in thy full strength.
That's what the brother was bringing out earlier. Like, despise him not. Like when you get up, understand me? Like he's old and senile, and you understand me. Go ahead, cut that grass, right? Go ahead, take that trash out. Take care of your father the way he took care of you. You understand me? Being that you would not be here without that father. You understand me? Stop competing with your father. Stop despising your father. Stop listening to what your wicked mother told you about your father. You understand me? You got more on that?
Yeah, I mean, this is also talking about, this is describing that damn dementia stuff. Not just dementia, but like, father get a little, forgetful. You know what I mean? Like, help him, man. Like, Everything all right, Dad? You know, make sure, you know, this bill paid, you know, that paid. Huh? You know what I mean? You make sure this taken care of, that taken care of. Let me help you with that. You know what I mean? Be patient with them, man. Y'all goddamn throwing temper tantrums because your dad ain't text message you or call you on your damn birthday like you 10, like a 5-year-old child. You throwing full tantrums. My daddy ain't tell me happy birthday. He didn't give me cake and ice cream. Man, got, you know, hell, black man in this world got enough to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Besides some cake and ice cream. You throwing tantrums over it. Be patient with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's forgetfulness. You know what I mean? Not that we should be celebrating birthdays no way, but you get my point. Parents forget things sometimes. You know? Yeah, be patient. You know? Yeah. And don't despise them when you in your full strength. Don't be damn angry about having to help your father. You know what I mean? You got all the strength in the world. Why can't he cut the grass? I'm harking on this grass, ain't I? My kids cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? Little young strapping lads. I could cut it. But yeah, I mean, you go ahead. You can cut it too. Right. Get to it.
God, this Bible is absolutely like detrimental for the Black Hispanic natives to get back to our culture, to get back to our roots, to give us the guidelines. You understand me? To show us how to move when we're around the oppressor who tells us to do everything that we're not supposed to do, who leads us to destruction, leads us to death, leads us to the poverty, leads us into broken homes, you understand me? Leads us into everything that is against the Most High.
All right, so it says, verse 14, for the relieving of thy father shall not be forgotten. Again, that's talking about that relief, man. Help him. God damn, he raised you, didn't he? He didn't let you die. Right. He didn't let you die. Jeez. Tell me about it. And instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up, man. Again, like, this is a healthy thing to do. Helping your father is a healthy thing to do. And again, you think your dad just need help one day a year?
Right. America says this one time a year.
America requires you to help your dad one day a year.
You cut the grass one time.
That's pathetic.
One time, give him a card.
But that's their standard.
And
the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, according to the Most High, this is a thing that we should be doing for our fathers year round, man. You understand? Like, help him. And it's crazy because here, the brother brought out earlier, you got kids of your own, take them with you to go help your father. See where this is going? Now, what do you think they're going to learn when it's you that's old? What do you understand?
It repeats itself. Right.
Come on, man. Ain't that a lot better than what we doing?
Right.
Huh? Right. We bashing our fathers because they get old. What the hell? Pissing himself. You know what I mean? He having trouble getting to the bathroom on his own. He pissing himself. You mad at him.
I'm gonna put him away.
You angry because you don't piss on yourself yet.
There you go. Got him a kind.
All right. It says, like, what verse was on? Yeah. And instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up. Verse 15. In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered.
There you go.
Oh Lord.
There you go.
What? We gonna go the rest of our days without any affliction?
That's the thing. That's what we don't realize. Like, one hand wash the other type thing. Like, you're gonna be old at one point in time. You understand me? Taking care of your father and then show your youngins, and that's how we go from generation to generation of the culture getting passed down, or you understand me, or we all being together as a family, especially your intermediate family. Look, man, go ahead and take care of your pops, and then like I don't want to say earlier, after you do that, take your kids with you to do it. And guess what? When in your days of affliction, your kids carry on the tradition. And then their kids will carry on the tradition. You understand me? And so on and so forth. You understand me?
Right. It says, thine sins shall also melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather. This is what we're talking about. Like, like it's all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, again, America would have us forget our fathers for a whole year and just check in with them every year. Bang, bang, bang. And what happens is you miss out on what it is to grow old. You understand, and what it is to be, not so childish and not so immature. And you just might grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? You just might start seeing the world a little bit differently and changing how you behave. You understand? And stop being so damn wicked and carnal and just so full of lust and so pleasure driven. You know what I mean? Just kind of get a little bit of taste of reality. Like I said, that's why a lot of people don't like funerals and stuff like that, because it reminds them of like, damn, I'm mortal too. One day that's gonna be me. You know what I mean? And it gives you that reflection. You should oftentimes spend time with your father, man, and think about how you want to, be when you get that old, and whether or not you're gonna still be serving the Lord, whether or not you're gonna get, you know what I mean, keep fighting and to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you know what I mean, and hold this thing down. The Bible says, "He that endureth till the end." You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be a righteous thing to watch a mighty man of the Lord, grow nice and ripe in age and just serve the Most High until it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Till the Lord call him home.
Right.
Man, that'd be moving. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Go do that service to your father, man, and maybe you'll learn a little bit about how to get rid of some of them childish things that you got building up in you. And like I said, a lot of our issues stem from daddy issues anyway. All that getting high and stuff, all of that violence and rage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a lot of our issues, man, our relationship problems, it come from daddy issues, man. We could clean up a lot of our community, man, if we understood that. You know what I mean? So like here, I'm on the wrong spot. Verse 16. He that forsaketh his father is a blasphemer. That's a rough one. We forsake our fathers, the other 364 days of the year. But we love Jesus.
Yeah,
we love God.
Right.
We Holy Ghost filled and far baptized. Got Jesus on our side. You know what I'm saying? We blaspheme. We blaspheme the Most High, man. When we don't honor our Father, man.
This is every day. This is not. This is according to the Bible. You understand? This ain't what we say about doing with your father. This is what the Most High says you should do with your father. You understand me? So instead of praising your father for one day, as America says, do it every day, man. Do it in his old age. You understand me? And teach your kids to do it. I mean, let it go generation on generation. You understand me? It's taking care of each other as a nation, as a people, as a family. You understand me? Not just one day. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. We're at ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand me? Since 1969, we've been bringing out truth of the Bible, and that truth is the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native man is the true Israelite or the true Jew according to the Bible. You understand me? And that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand me? And with that, shalom.
I gotta take this call. Is that it?
Okay.